Good day to you all. I am Dr. Grace from southern part of India. I want to discuss a topic on role of gut microbiome in depression. When we see the depression, it is linked with problems or imbalances in the brain, specifically with the neurotransmitters serotonin, norepinephrine, and dopamine. This is very difficult to measure the level of neurotransmitters in a person's brain and its activity. The antidepressant medications which are used to treat the symptoms of depression are known to act upon the neurotransmitters as well as their receptors. The neurotransmitter serotonin is involved in controlling important bodily functions such as sleep, aggression, eating, sexual behavior, and mood. Serotonin is produced by serotonergic neurons. Current research suggests that decrease in the production of serotonin by the neurons cause depression in some people, more specifically a change in mood state, that the depressive mood will create a suicidal tendency. Accumulating evidences of animals and human research suggests that manipulation of these neurotransmitters by bacteria may have an impact on host physiology, and preliminary microbiota based human studies also showed the alteration of neurotransmitter levels. Several different pathways of communication have been identified along with the gut-brain axis, which includes driving the immune system, the vagus nerve, or modulation of neuroactive compounds by the microbiota. The bacteria have been shown to manufacture a wide range of mammalian neurotransmitters, which includes dopamine, norepinephrine, serotonin, or gamma-aminobutyric acid. The microbes in the gut are responsible for producing an incredible amount of these neurotransmitters, especially serotonin and dopamine. The serotonin and dopamine are the key neurotransmitters. They are the chemical messengers used by the brain to regulate the mood. The shortage of serotonin is often a primary factor for depression. This gives first major insight into how gut health, depression, and serotonin tie into one another. Now we can see the hypothesis about the gut-brain axis. There are three different things which are shown by the gut microbes. The gut microbes can produce neurotransmitters. The gut microbes can stimulate immune cells to produce cytokines. Then the gut microbes can produce metabolites. When the gut microbes can produce neurotransmitters, these neurotransmitters might signal the brain through the vagus nerve. Then the cytokines which are produced by the microbes travel to the brain through the blood vessels of the circulatory system. Gut microbes can produce metabolites. These metabolites might travel to the brain through the blood vessels or stimulate gut epithelial cells to produce neurotransmitters. They activate the vagus nerve. Development of gut microbiome. The gut microbiota or the gut flora are the microorganisms including bacteria, archaea, fungi. They will live in the digestive tract of humans and other animals. The microbiome is initially developed by vertical transmission through the placenta, amniotic fluid, and meconium. It will come through the placenta, then by amniotic fluid and by meconium. The microbiota under development during this period has been correlated with numerous stress states including late onset sepsis, cardiovascular diseases, and atopic diseases. The early nutrition also appears to play a role in shaping the development of gut microbiota. Breastfeeding is the primary diet change that leads to an adult-like microbiome. In the baby, the adult-like microbiome is created after the breastfeeding. The children who were born after breast milk up to age 4 showed similar patterns of microbiota development. The microbiota and diet continue throughout life. Diet alteration can have a significant impact on gut bacterial composition. The symbiotic bacteria assist in immune tolerance, intestinal homeostasis, amino acid and vitamin synthesis of the host, which leads to a healthy metabolism. As infants consume increasing amount of solid food, the microbiome is exposed to diverse energy substrates, developing carbon metabolism. There are different microbial load in our body. There are different beneficial microorganisms. When we see the beneficial organisms are probiotics, they are a friendly type of bacteria, provide health benefits and preserve us from the attack of harmful ones. They are often taken as supplements that are supposed to help colonize your gut with good microorganisms. The most common probiotic bacteria are lactobacillus and bifidobacteria. Other common kinds are Saccharomyces, Streptococcus, Enterococcus, Escherichia and Bacillus. Products that contain both prebiotics and probiotics are referred to as symbiotics. The prebiotics are nothing, they are the food for the probiotics. Symbiotic products are together with the probiotics and the prebiotics are food for the bacteria. They combine friendly bacteria along with some food for the bacteria to eat as in one supplement. Role of gut microbiome in depression. Changes in eating habits may be related to the symptoms of depression such as fatigue and the lack of pleasure from activities. Many people with depression lose both energy and interest. This includes loss of interest in eating. The loss of appetite is a common depression symptom. The feelings of sadness or worthlessness can make some people overeat. The depression can also result in emotional eating, a common event in which the need to eat is not associated with physical hunger. When patients eat in response to their emotions, they are soothed by the food as it changes the chemical balance in the brain, produces a feeling of fullness that is more comfortable than an empty stomach, and improves mood through positive association with happier times. Appetite control is based only on gut-brain signaling, and the animal or the human needs to maintain energy homeostasis alternatively. It might also involve bacteria-host communication. Several bacterial components and metabolites have been shown to stimulate the intestinal satiety pathways. This short-term bacterial growth-linked modulation of intestinal satiety can be coupled with long-term regulation of appetite controlled by the neuropeptidergic circuits in the hypothalamus. Indeed, several bacterial products are detected in the systemic circulation. We might act directly on hypothalamic neurons. How we can control the depression by gut microbiome. Certain microbes when ingested could be beneficial for human health. The probiotics play a wide role, mostly as dietary supplements or functional foods. The mechanisms of probiotics include manipulation of intestinal microbial communities, suppression of pathogens, immune modulation, stimulation of epithelial cell proliferation and differentiation, and fortification of the intestinal barrier. The probiotics may help to reduce the production of inflammatory chemicals such as cytokines, or they may help to direct action of tryptophan, a chemical thought to be important in the gut-brain axis in psychiatric disorders. The tryptophan have a role in the psychiatric disorders. People with depression also often have underlying conditions such as impaired insulin production and irritable bowel syndrome, and probiotics may influence how a person experiences depression by the alleviation of these conditions. Because of the change of these conditions, the person is prone to depressive mood. So the probiotics will enhance the gut feelings, means it will enhance the neurotransmitters and the mood may be changed and the depressive condition may be changed. So continued action of this probiotics will maintain the normal mental status of the people. Probiotic bacteria can produce assortment of the neurotransmitters. That is, certain bacteria can enhance norepinephrine. The certain others, for example, Candida, Streptococcus, Escherichia, will enhance the hydroxytryptamine, that is called serotonin. Bacillus can produce dopamine and lactobacillus can produce acetylcholine. Most of these activities localized within the gut wall. These neurotransmitters can also enter the bloodstream and the nervous system. These colon bacteria play an essential role in the development of the brain. During adolescence, we see an increase in the psychiatric problems such as schizophrenia, substance abuse, and mood disorders. This may be due to the changes in the gut microbiota. This occurs because inflammatory cells, the monocytes, are driven toward the brain by the cytokine TNF alpha, which then activates microglia within the brain. The special probiotics can prevent this condition. During adulthood, the mix of beneficial probiotics in the colon stabilizes and becomes more resistant to antibiotic damage. But as we pass into older age, the stability and resistance decline, increasing the activation of brain microglia, and hence chronic brain inflammation occurs. So to stop this, we have to enhance the probiotic environment, that is gut microbiome in our guts, that will stimulate the neurotransmitters so the normal level may be achieved. Conclusion: this depression is a serious problem, so the person is able to finds difficult to control his own. But the continuous work of scientists have made it easier for us to overcome this depression by maintaining a good microbiome of our gut. The connection between our gut-brain is undeniable, that plays a major role in controlling the mental health of our body. The neurotransmitters of the brain are essential agents to maintain the mental health of person, especially in depression. Since the neurotransmitters are secreted by the microfloral community present in our gut, it is very important to take care of our gut for the proper maintenance of a healthy mind. The use of probiotics is suggested to take care of our microbial friends who constantly help us to keep ourselves in a pleasant state of mood. In case of any alterations or disturbances occur in the microbial diversity of our gut, it may affect the production of neurotransmitters, which can lead us to a depressive state. Although the evidence is promising, more research is needed on the health benefits of probiotics. A systematic investigation is essential for maintaining strict regulation of gut bacteria to cure depression. Thank you all for your patience.